Howdy folks, welcome back to Loco Shortline Operations. Today we're going to go try to build out some of the oil infrastructure that I talked about in the last video. And I've got a bunch of track built, so over here's where the oil was. I've got a little yard there, and then I built a little yard here on the main. And here's going to be the refining and diesel storage area. So I need a bunch of lumber, which I have on a train here. Back behind me, I've got a bunch of lumber there. And then we need heavy goods, so we're going to go get some heavy goods. But for that, I want to get more cars, and I'm going to build a train off that F40 down there. So one little trick I saw somebody do in the video is build a little ramp here. And then you can just buy cars and have them roll towards the engine. So I'm going to make a little bit of a ramp here out of this stuff. Let's do that. And then if we throw a turnout down, hit middle mouse button, get this lined up like that. That'll get us this. And then I'm actually going to just visually line this up. I don't want it to connect. I just want it to roll off onto there, and I think that'll work. That's kind of high, but we'll see how that goes. And we'll take the switch off. Just go normal track. They would probably work fine with the switch, but do that. And I actually made that curve, but whatever. It's good enough. So I want to come over here to wagons. And I think I'm going to get the gondola, the medium trailer here, as it's called. I think. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. And they'll be kind of our cargo type goods, the boxes. So I want to buy some of those. I actually like to make them. I'm going to make them blue, and then we'll see. It should plop down on the other track. Yeah, there we go. The trucks are kind of forgiving if you get them close enough. All right, so buy another one of those. Set its color. So this just saves you having to back up, hook on, pull out. Nice little trick. And I wish I could remember whose video I saw that on. It might have been Trains with Nick or Drone Sword. One of those two, most likely. It's the two channels I've been watching a lot of, Railroads Online. All right, let's buy another one. Change the color. So that'll be 3. That's 4. I kind of want like another 8 gondolas. I've got plenty of money, so we'll do that as long as it'll fit in here. So that should be number 5. And there's number 6. We'll just let gravity do the work. And then one more should make 8, unless I miscounted. There we go. All right, we need to get all these hooked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I must have the fast walk on. There we go. Slow that down just a bit. You see over on the lower right there, C toggles your walk speed. It's nice to have the faster option when you're doing this stuff. I find the slow option's the way to go. All right, there we go. So that should be our 8 gondolas. Now we need heavy goods. You can't directly buy heavy goods, but you can produce them. Let's see. Let's get this guy started. Loco UI. So to produce heavy goods, we need to get standard goods and take them down to the heavy goods yard. So we're going to head over to standard goods. A little slow on the scrolling, but you can use this bar to go faster. Alright, so we want to head out to there. Make sure those are lined up now. And yeah, we should be all good to go to head down to standard goods. And away we go. Thought I'd try out the F40. I think Joe, the developer, said the F40 was kind of the standard of quality he's going for all the Locos. So you can see it's got the cab that actually works. You can see out of it. Unlike the Jeep. It's a good looking locomotive. A lot of detail on it. Not a huge fan of really any of the paint schemes, but this one was okay. The trains seem to want to wheel slip way more than they should. So you'll see a lot of sparks. It's a work in progress. I think I made that clear on my other videos. Roll on down here. Nice little heat effect coming off the fan there. Forgot to look and see if it was doing that when the engine was off. Alright, we're rolling on pretty good now. So what I usually do is bring this up to about 75. We can start walking the reverser up to get up to speed. You really have to manage the wheel slip. It slips way too easily. We can throw a few sparks, that's okay. So we're going to roll by here where the refinery will be. I've got a little yard set up, so if I want to do some switching there, I can. And then I relayed the track that goes over to the oil pumps. Made it more better. So we've got crude oil storage, and then refinery, and then diesel storage. And then we've got room to add more, should we need to. Get a little tail track there for switching. A little bit of loading lag there. So I'm just continuing to feed in the cursor as we pick up speed. Speaking of speed, so we're doing almost 50. Don't need to get going too terribly fast. It's not too far over to here. Yeah, we're already picking up quite a bit of speed. So we should be able to pretty much just coast in. Doing almost 60. I have to start slowing down. Some of this track is herpy-derpy over here. I just laid it to get there. Didn't lay it to work well. If you want smooth track, you really got to use a lot of the trestle stuff. It has a name in game. I'm not 100% sure what it's called. Alright, I'm going to start laying on the brakes. Once again, I'm coming in hot. It's kind of my trademark here on Fedora Railroad. Coming way too hot. Whee! Oh boy. Yeah, we're in trouble. This is not good. This might be a clean up the mess video. This thing does not have as good of brakes as I expected. So here's what happens when you hit the end of the line. It actually knocked me out of the cab. Beautiful. Yeah, this is the first time I've used that F40. Not used to it at all. I think we actually stayed on the track. It was a heck of a bump. Good thing there's no damage modeling. Uh-oh. Am I stuck? What happened here? Mr. Loco, did you weld yourself to the end cap? Oh, it's actually stuck in the barrier. That's interesting. No! Oh, I had it in the wrong direction. I'm a dummy. I thought I redid that. Okay, well, this video's going great. I'll be right back. So you what? The absent-minded professor got nothing on me. I would have swore I switched that into reverse, but obviously I didn't. That's okay. It gave me a chance to finish my bacon sandwich here while I was driving the crane over. Trying to get this recorded in the wee hours before work. Thought, yeah, I'll just record a quick Loco video. What could possibly go wrong? Well, lots could go wrong there. That's okay. We got the tools to fix this. Alright, our feet are down. We should be able to hook right onto that. And hopefully, let's get it right back over on the track. It's kind of wanting to. Let me get my controls back up. So let's ease off the brakes here. Kind of sort of wanting to get on the tracks. Here we go. Let's get the brakes back on. Need a little bit better view. I can't quite see. Push you back. I need to rotate you this way a little bit. Wonder, can I get some track built there where the stop's supposed to be? Yeah, I keep falling off of here. Here, can I stand inside the engine? There we go. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I don't see what could go wrong with that. So I need to rotate this way a little bit. Keep going out, and we need to go back down. Stuff doesn't lower very well. Like, it's slow motion lowering. The crane physics are a little weird. But it's awesome that we have a crane. It takes some getting used to. Okay, I'm hoping the brakes will hold. So if I unhook from the crane, then I hop out, and we just try to go backwards. We are in reverse, double checking. We ease off the brake. Ta-da! Oh, I'm such a big old dummy. That was a very Kerbo moment. Hey, we got to use the crane though. That's cool. Alright, we'll delete that. Put the thingy back on there. Oops. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Crane. Great job as always. Alright, let's try this again. Let's go get some standard goods. A little bit of a grade here backing up. Just going to put this down on about, yeah, -8. That should work. Then I want to run over here. And we'll try plopping standard goods in. And I think there was a patch, since I've done standard goods, with the crates to maybe make that a little less weird. I'm hoping he fixed the water crates, but I'm not sure. I need to just load this guy up. Oh, he moved the sign. It's actually a little harder to see now. I mean, it's lined up with the box, which is good. Let's get you down. Oops. Put it a little out of the car. Dope. Triggered that one just a little early. That one too. Yeah, we'll have some crooked loads. Over here I can see the end of the car better. Of course, could double stack these. Seems like maybe the water crate's behaving itself a little better. There we go. Slow this down to here. Makes it a little easier. I'm trying to manage the speed and click the buttons. And I still mess up occasionally. And we'll stick one right on the end there. I don't remember how many heavy goods I needed total. Maybe 8? I think each one needed 2 heavy goods, and there's... Or no, there's 5. So it might have been 10. An oil pump and a crude oil storage. And we got crude oil storage, refinery, and diesel storage. Yeah, so 5. Oh, I got to John instead of loading goods. Move my mouse off. Back forward, train. If you please. Now you can get back the other way. So I probably won't try to double stack this. You could definitely double or triple stack these goods. I think I'll get the cars loaded up and call it good enough. The way this video is going. And we'll back on out of here. I haven't made provision over here. Well, I guess I could use the turntable. That's what it's there for. I was thinking I didn't have a reverse loop, but I do have a turntable. And one more. Beautiful. But I think we'll just go for it. Let's go backwards. So let me hop back in the cab here, the beautifully modeled cab. We'll head on out. So I need to go to the heavy goods, which is over there. So you come down here and you put you guys straight. And we're going to go south there. You are straight. You are straight. You're good. Wind all the way down here. We end up at the heavy goods yard, which I've not been to for quite a while. Just been doing logs and lumber. And then one load of rocks. So it'd be good to get back over to the heavy goods yard. And I don't remember what the ratio is. Doing a lot of wheel slip. Should come down to about 20. And we can start walking it up as we pick up speed. Gotta remember I'm going in reverse though. Yeah, let's bring it back down to like 50. Still trying to figure out this locomotive. It seems to really want to wheel slip a lot. And each loco is a little bit different. I like the SD40-2 because of the triple axles. But I wanted to try this one out. And triple axle on my track didn't seem to make much sense. If you want to go for any kind of realism. That front truck is really not happy for some reason. Whatever. We're going to throw some sparks. What is our speed? We're barely even doing 20. This is ridiculous. I've only got like 38 hours or so in this game, so I'm still figuring things out. And this doesn't work anything like a locomotive. So I'm still trying to figure out all the tips and stuff. We're getting massive amounts of wheel slip, which is crazy. I was pretty happy there. I wish we had a speed readout on the UI. That would be super helpful. Some of the logos, it's hard to even see the speedometer. Like it's too low if you're standing and it's too high if you're crouched. Joe, if you're listening and you get bored someday, give us a little speed indicator, like right down here somewhere. It'd be awesome. But seriously, keep up the good work, man. You got a great game here. I'm loving it. Doesn't mean I can't nitpick. Anywho, it's apparently going to be a slow trip over to the heavy goods yard. We're starting to pick up a little bit of speed. I'll see you over at heavy goods. I've shown this on stream, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think I've ever showed this part on video. So we're back over in here, kind of winding through the mountains. So I was trying to keep my speed down around 40. The grades aren't too bad. There's some curves here and there. So we make our way through the hills. We're almost to the heavy goods yard, where we're going to sell these and grab some heavy goods. Now I could also brought, you can see heavy goods, they buy most things except large materials and logs. Could have brought some rocks down here, but it's quite the adventure getting lumber up to the quarry to get rocks. Plus I need the lumber to build stuff anyway. So. Standard goods is, doesn't pay very well, but it's nice and easy. Alright, remembering the trouble we had stopping last time. Let's go ahead and get the brakes on. And we'll kind of ease on into the heavy goods yard. There we go. Slow down a bit. What are we doing, about 20? Yeah, 20-ish. So let's run ahead here. Just got to beat the train. And we'll get ready to sell here. They're still paying, yeah, they're still paying 99. Been a while since I brought any over here and sold it. And we actually have 2 heavy goods ready to go. Oop, a bit of lag there the first time we sell. And last car. There we go. It only gave me 7 heavy goods. Yeah, I should have brought more standard over here. We'll see how much stuff that gets us built. That'll at least get us oil production. Maybe not refining, but get some oil production going. We'll see as soon as the engine gets out of the way. The big old chunk here that is the heavy good, it lives up to its name. So we'll plop that right in the middle of the gondola. Chunk. I think this could be a little higher. Maybe it's this low on purpose. I have double stacked these before. And ran into some problems. There was a crane involved, as is so often the case here on Fedora Railroad. I like that each container is kind of random. They're nicely weathered, too. Alright, 3 more. Then we'll have the last car empty. There we go. Okay. Get some power back on, get out of here. Let me in. Alright, we're heading forward now, so I don't need to throw that switch. We're coming back over here. And I'd like to grab the lumber train and just take everything over. So maybe we'll come through and then back into there and get the lumber train. Sounds like a plan. But I may have to put a cut in here and record the rest later on, because it's getting towards time where I need to go to work. Get some actual work done. Just keep easing up the reverser here. A lot of this track needs relayed. It's like a roller coaster. I did put in a little bit of trestle here in the worst parts. This is a downhill 1.3, so we can pick up some speed. Alright, let's go ahead and go full reverser, and we'll leave it on about 40%-ish. I don't want to get going too fast. In fact, I might need to come down a bit. Some of this is going to be downhill. So I'll keep an eye on the speed. We'll get back over to the main yard there and grab the lumber cars. But like I said, I might sound a little different in the next segment, because I'll probably have to break and come back, maybe on my lunch break or this evening, and finish recording this episode. So I'll see you after the transition. Alright, it's been a few hours for me. Just a quick transition for y'all. So I'm over here at the spawn yard. And I've hooked on to the lumber cars. Now we need to get this thing headed out of here. So let's make sure... Oops. Make sure we've got the switches lined up and we're headed over to here. So we need that one, and then we need that one. That one. It's not quite lined up right, but I think that's... Yeah, that should work. It's because I've got that tail end off of there. And then that one. So that'll get us over here to that switch. I'm going to go ahead and throw that one just in case. So I've got brakes on everywhere. Let me go ahead and a little power on, because this yard track is a little bit downhill that direction. So we'll take the brakes off the Loco. Now these cars, since they're new, have the brake wheel on this side. The other cars have been turned around by running all over the railroad. So they're a little different. Alright, let's start pulling on that pretty good, because we got a little bit of a hill here, as you can see. I was thinking I set some brakes on some of the lumber cars too. So take a look here. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, these all seem to be free rolling. So I think we're good. All the wheels are rotating. I'll just double check. All right, we're good to go. Let's pop back up here in this engine. Lay some power down, hopefully without spinning out too bad. So if you've seen my other streams and videos, you might notice some changes over here. Actually moved the turntable, and I've got like a little engine shed over there. There's not a whole lot of buildings to work with, but just rearranged that so I could get some extra storage space. Got a few tracks coming off the turntable. Then the little diesel switcher is sitting over there. I went ahead and sold the steam switcher. I was just kind of using it when I was getting all those log cars back on the track, which you saw on, I think, one of the videos. So I went and sold it back. So right now we've got the FA, I think they're FA? I forget what they're called. Anyway, the AB pair back there of the F units. I've got this F40 and then I've got the little diesel switcher. So that's what we're rocking right now. This is a fairly heavy train. That lumber is really heavy. See if we can get it pulled on out here. We don't have very far to go. The refinery is just over there. I like that you can hold down left alt and you have your mouse pointer. That's super handy. Turn our light on. Oh, I turned on day time progression. I'm not sure if that sticks between saves. Start time. There's no indication that it's moving until you see the sun going down. Alright, you are set. Over. Those don't quite line up, but I think we're okay. And I don't know how close the goods have to be to build. We're just going to have to find out. I'm going to park the train over here. I probably really should go to the oil first. So we're going to pull in here and then we'll back around to where the oil pumps are. Number 374 here. So I relayed part of this main here to have room for the yard. A few little tweaks here and there. What's our speed? Like 20? Barely even 20? I kind of laid these sidings so I could have a tail off of each end. The longer switch lead is down at the other end. Just gonna double check. Yeah, these should be all set. We've got this little S curve here to go through. On through there, and then I'm hoping there should be enough room. Going through here. We need that one set, and then we can go on into the switch lead. We need to. So I don't want to build all this stuff and then not have enough to build the oil. So we'll go to the oil first. Let me go ahead and hop out here. We'll get some brake on. We are a big heavy beast. And I keep forgetting that F40 doesn't have very good brakes. I got kind of used to the SD40-2 brakes, which are phenomenal. Yeah, the F40 is not quite as good. Actually, it seemed to stop better there than it did with the shorter train. Is this uphill a little bit? Ah, it is a little bit of an upgrade. Hadn't realized that. Alright, well cool. Then we can just switch that. And then we'll head over here to the oil stuff. Those should be good. And we can go back into that switch lead there, which may need to become longer. Let's go ahead and hop on the plywood here. I learned how to put this in reverse. Back we go. I got rid of the bridges and everything. I made just kind of a simpler crossing over here. I did see a comment, I think it was from Trains with Nick. You can snap the bridges, but they snap like 90 degrees for some reason. So that was kind of weird. I'm slowly learning a little more about this game. So I'm hoping we have enough. I think we need 10 heavy goods though total. We should be able to at least get some oil pumping and see if that works. We just have to build the oil pump and the storage over here. And then I'll have to buy some tank cars. I'm thinking I might have a little switcher or shunter, as some people call them, over here just to run back and forth. But I kind of like having the little diesel switcher over there at that yard. So I might just buy another little, what are they called? LDM-12. And it'll be like the, for the oil plant. Now this is almost a 2% grade, so we're struggling a bit here. Let's kick that down to 10, see if we can get a little better grip. But we'll be bringing empties this way, you know, once we're just shuttling oil back and forth. So I think we'll be okay. And I'm not sure this is even going to be able to push this up the hill. That silly wheel slip. Yeah, we're dead in the water. Why would that not be able to push? I mean, yeah, this is a heavy train, but come on. It's an F40. All right, let's run up here. Yeah, it's just sliding all over the place. Well, that's disappointing. I think the traction needs another look. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't done the math. I'm not a locomotive engineer. It is almost a 2% grade, so maybe I'm wrong. So we're going to roll back into the yard. I forgot how much of a grade that was. I have to try to get a better run at it. Let me hop in the locomotive here. There we go. So that's just those cars pushing us. So this is going to turn into a longer video. I know not everybody likes the longer videos, but some of you do. So this one's for you. We're going to see if we can get this shoved back over. If we can't, I'll break the train up. But like I said, I haven't done the math. I'm not a locomotive engineer, but it seems like this F40 should be able to push, you know, 15 cars up that grade. And just in general with all the locomotives, the wheel slip seems pretty excessive. Okay, we'll see if we can get stopped. Yeah, I'm going to put that on 10%. Come on, train. Let's get some stoppage. There you go. Let's get some goage. So we're already slipping just that little bit. Wrong button there, buddy. I need to get some speed going, but I'm not sure I can. That pretty much just makes the wheels slip more. Trying to watch the amps and the speed and... Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's knock this down to about 75, though. I don't think we're going to make it. I may have to break up the train and just put an edit in here once I actually get over there. Knock that down to 20. Can we hang in there? Well, we're almost across the bridge. I think that's where the grade settles down. This bridge part here is on a grade. We're sparking, but we're still moving. If I slowed everything down to where I wasn't sparking, I mean, we would never go anywhere. It's so easy to slip the wheels. Yeah, we're getting a little slower. Let's knock this down to 10. Come on, F40. You can do it. Or not. Now we're just stagnant. That is a disappointment. I don't buy it. I don't buy it, game physics. I'm on 0.3% grade now, at least for most of the segment, and I can't move. If I throttle down, I just start sliding forward. I don't buy it. All right, I'm going to put a... Excuse me, I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm going to get the train over there. And we're going to actually build something. It's going to be great. Alright, that took a little doing. But I'm here. So we skid to a stop. Yeah, I didn't realize when I was building this that it's on almost a 2% grade here. Not the best place ever. It looked nice and flat. But it's not. It's actually on a slope. Are you even gonna hold? I think all these things are creeping forward. Let's get some handbrakes on. Although these are these still moving? Yeah, these are still slowly creeping downhill. So there's some work to be done on the physics front. It's like the handbrakes don't ever fully lock up. Still creeping forward. Anyway, let's see if we can get something built. How about that? E to try to build. I don't know what's going to happen. E? Hey, look at that. Cool. I don't think this is animated. And I'm not 100% sure how to tell if it's working. Let's see. E to try to build. Okay. Doesn't have enough stuff in the area? Is that the... Oh, that must be the area that the stuff needs to be in. So I need to push the lumber down a little bit. I think that's what's going on. Alright. We're learning. So, unhook you. Just shove some of this lumber down there. How much lumber did we need? 8 lumber. All right. We'll shove this guy down. That should be plenty. So we can line... Oh, you already lined up. It's hard to do, like, quick toots on the horn. It's the best I can do. Alright, come on back. Maybe a little slower than that. I'm always coming in hot. And then hitch. Go. I think I've got handbrakes on this whole train, trying to stop it from sliding downhill. So, lesson learned, check with track. Even though it looks flat, doesn't mean it is flat. And we can't push this train? Really? There we go. Little Sparkulator 3000 going. So we basically need that car and the next car over, and that'll be our A lumber. And we can finally wrap this video up. It's gone on forever. Couple extra handbrakes on here. Jump over here and boom, there we go. Okay. So we have an oil pump and we have some crude oil storage. Is there any numbers on this or anything? How do I know this is actually doing anything? That's a great question. I don't know the answer to. Oh, there's a sight glass on here. Can't interact with that. Maybe I built this backwards. I think if you delete it, you would just waste the stuff. I don't know if there's a way to remove it. Or I mean, to move it without removing it. I don't know if that fills up green, like it's got something in it. Oh, that's just the curve of the tank. I think the sun's going down. Like I clicked start time, so. I think we have some oil production, maybe. I'll have to let this sit here for a while and see if anything happens. At least we have a sight glass. Now, there was a little thingy. There's a little pipe. Right where that blue arrow is. That's part of that tank complex there. So I put it in the track thinking maybe that needs to be there and that's where the cars get filled. I don't know if that's the case. So anyway, that'll be it for this video. We got something built. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to take the rest of this stuff over. And I can get the refinery built too. I need to get some tank cars bought. And then hopefully that'll start filling up with crude. I can take the crude over to the refinery. Turn it into diesel fuel. Pretty cool, huh? Alright folks, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, we need a cool thumbnail here. No, I don't want the build menu. There we go.